Hi, it's Paxshell, and right now I'm here at the Odakyu Romancecar Museum at Ebina. This is one of the most recent train museums in Japan, so I'll introduce what Odakyu is, and ow! Sotetu Railway was a private railway that opened in 1927, and this was the first type of train in Odakyu. The line went from Shinjuku Station all the way to Odawara, hence the name Odakyu, short for Odawara Express. There's two branch lines. The Romancecar SE series was the very first romance car in Odakyu, built in 1997, and was probably the first streamlined express in Japan, which gave the idea of the Shinkansen. I always forget how tall I am. Here is the second romance car, the SSE. It's basically the same as the first one, just with different details. Here is the very second romance car, the NSE, and it was the very first one to have the driver's seat up in the second floor and not the first one, so that everyone can get a splendid view from the very front. Here is the fourth romance car, the LSE, better streamlined design than the first three, and it's the most recent romance car that retired. I was able to get a chance to ride it in 2013 before it retired in 2018. It was the first romance car to have the door not be slide tight. And it was even the first romance car to use bogies that are in between cars, kind of like some of the flatbeds in Canadian freight trains, so that the ride can be very smooth. However, because it's hard to do maintenance on it, romance cars nowadays don't have bogies in between cars. Here is the fifth romance car, the High SE. The shape is a bit similar to LSE, but unlike the others, it doesn't have the express name on the middle. It's the first one to be a very different color than the first four, and it was the very first one to have the seat be actually more higher than the others. Hence the name High SE. Retiring, it moved to another railway somewhere in Hokuriku that I can't remember, so you won't be able to see it running in Odakyu anymore, but you'll see it in that railway. This romance car, I think, is the least unknown of all of them. The sixth romance car, the RSE, is made to do a through service in the JR lines. The shape is very similar to JR expresses. It is the only romance car to have a double-decker coach, two of them, and the only romance car to have a green car, which is always something that's in JR, but not in private railways. Sort of had a short life of about 21 years, but after it retired, it moved to the Fujikyuko Railway, became the new train for the Fujisan Limited Express. So if you get a chance to go to Fujikyuko, you may see it. Those were all the romance cars displayed in this museum. Those were only the first 6 romance cars, so maybe one day I might make a video about the newest 5 cars. Wish for a video like that to come, or if you like this video, please like and subscribe. You can be able to come to the Romancecar Museum. You can come here anytime in the next one. Now,